All right, we're looking at the notes on the third string now, and we're going to add those two notes. And this is shown on page 11 in the recent edition of the book. I did upload the pages in case you're working with an older edition of the book. So I'm looking at page 11 right now in the book, and it shows at the top of the page, notes on the third string. We have just two notes that we're adding on this string. The previous two strings, of course, we've had three notes on each of those strings. So the first note we'll learn is this G, which is third string open. Now, you may use index finger to pluck this if you're still using finger to string assignment, which is perfectly fine and good. Or if you like that alternation, you could use either middle or index, depending on where the note would land in a song. You would be alternating index and middle. So we'll say index for now. And then the other note, and by the way, its location on the staff is the second line of the staff. So remember, we count from the bottom up. So the first line is E, the second line is G, and that is this third string open. Okay, then we have the A note, which is third string, second fret. So for the first time, we're playing a note in the second fret on a string, and this is called the A note. So you're going to use your second finger. That's important. You want to be thinking finger per fret. So second finger of the left hand to press down. And then we can still pluck with the index, or if you were alternating, you could use index or middle. What we don't want is to use the thumb, because that should be reserved for 6th, 5th, or 4th strings. Okay, so you've got G, you've got A. All right, you want to memorize those by their location on the staff, their letter name, and of course where they belong on the fretboard. All right, we're going to play through exercises 19 and 20 now on page 11. So I'm going to count in. We're in 4/4 time. We'll start with 19, of course. These are whole notes, then half notes, then quarter notes, ends with a whole note. And you're just playing back and forth between these two notes. So here we go. I'm going to use alternation. So number 19, I'll count in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was going to use alternation, I realized, and then I started just using finger to string assignment. So either way would be fine. Okay, one more time. 19. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and number 20, same two notes, it's just a different rhythm. So quarter notes, then half notes, quarter notes, whole note. All right, this is number 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then let's go to the next page. And on the next page, page 12, I'm just finding it on my computer here. Give me a second. We've got some melodies here which use some of these notes on the third string. So you can practice these as many times as you want. This is page 12 in the book. And I've uploaded this page also to the module in case you're working with an older edition of the book. So let's start with this Rockin' Robin. And so I'm just going to play through each one of these once, and then you can go back and watch them as many times as you need. All right, so this does use now notes from the first string and the second string, and also some of our new notes on the third string. So now we're mixing up 8 notes all together. And of course, each time we add new notes and new strings, for a while, it's gonna get harder, but you really just have to stick with it. I promise if you spend time on it each day, 5 or 10 minutes just on the note reading each day, you will get it. It's just that daily work that's required to memorize these notes and to be able to navigate across the different strings accurately with left hand and with right hand. Okay, so I know it's frustrating, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. You're going to be really glad you learned to read music, but it's not easy. That's why a lot of modern guitarists use tablature instead. But remember, with tablature, it's not universal. So you can't show a piano player tablature and have them understand it, or a singer, or a violin player, or a clarinet player, or any other instrument. That's only for guitar. So we want to be able to read the language that every other instrument uses, and that is this, standard notation. That's why we hammer away at it. Okay, here we go. End of lecture. Let's go. Number 21, Rockin' Robin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second line. And I was using alternation there. Okay, and remember, you can always slow down these videos if that's too fast for you, or if it's too slow, speed it up and practice along. Okay, let's do Yankee Doodle next. So again, it's using notes from the second string, first string, and some of our new notes from that third string. Actually, it uses both G and A. All right, we start on second string, first fret. And remember, folks, the letters that are written above some of those notes do not necessarily tell you what note to play. So it so happens that they're saying you can play a C chord along with this if you have another person accompanying you, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that note below it is a C. It does happen to start on a C, but if you go to the second measure over that note D, it actually says G7. Well, what's G7? That's not a note. That's actually a chord. We haven't learned that chord yet. We'll probably learn that in the next week or two. So you should only be looking at the notes on the staff. Don't worry about the letters written above. That is for, remember, if someone else is accompanying you, they can be strumming these chords while you're playing the melody. So you're just focusing on the notes on the staff. Okay, that being said, here is Yankee Doodle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we have surf rock at the bottom. Let me scroll down. There it is. Okay, so again, mixing up all of the notes that we've learned. And this is number 23 on page 12, also called Surf Rock. 1, 2, 3, 4.